Okay, those of you are really interested in the other catching equipment that we're using out working with domestic animals and especially the strays in Ukraine. So I've got this little guy who's going to be our demo puppy for today. A lot of this equipment is more used on cats, but I'll take you through it as concept. So this is the gauntlets that I was talking about. Essentially, it's a really great pair of reinforced gloves, and if you are working with cats, perhaps you've got to put your hands into a cage to get them out, or they're stuck and you're trying to work with them and they're scared or they're hurting, they're quite likely to bite you. So this stops the teeth coming through to your skin, and essentially just allows you to restrain the animal, and if they do turn and bite or scratch, you're not going to get hurt or an infection from a cat bite, for instance. So that's a really great technique. The next thing we've got is the cat restrainer. So this is used if you've got an animal that is trapped or is in a cage and you need to access them. You can just use this. It's sort of like using your hands to place across the animal's back. You can pop that across the animal. You've got a little squeezy here just to restrain them, and then you're able to give them an injection, an anesthesia, some antibiotics, but without getting your hands too close to the front end, which is generally the bitey end, for the restraint. This is the catching net. So again, this is an MDC special. It's slightly weighted around the edge, and it means you can stand quite far away from an animal and you can throw it over them, and it will land across them like this. It's weighted so it'll stay down on the ground, and then you're able to get up to them, possibly with your gauntlet gloves, wrap them up in that net, give them the injection to be able to anaesthetize them, bring them into the clinic. So really great for scatty cats that you can't get too close to, or animals trapped in the rubble, such things. And the final one is a catching pole. So the catching pole is a wonderful piece of equipment if you're dealing with dogs that you can't get close to. Perhaps they're stray. It's going to stress them if you try and touch them or pick them up. It's very good if you're working with dogs that you have a suspicion there might be an infectious disease, such as rabies especially. They can be very aggressive with that disease. You don't want to get bitten, but you do want to be able to treat the animal and help them. So you pop this across the animal's neck like that, and then you pull from the back. I'm going to pull this little wire here, and basically it slowly gets smaller, and that way you can hold the animal. They can move around, but they can move around. You've got them nice and safely. No one's going to get hurt. They're not going to be able to bite you. You're not getting into their space, and then you can inject them from the back, or even a team member, if you need two people, can inject them from the back whilst everyone is safe and sound. It also does have a quick release, which I'll show you, which is really great. So once you've done the work you need to do, you just pull this little cable here, and off it comes. So yeah, that's some of the capture equipment alongside the trap cages and so on that we're going to be using to help those animals and be able to treat animals that we would never be able to get close to and help if we didn't have it. Thank you for watching.